Here's your full moon report for the end of May 2013. First, forget about it if you can that Pluto is squaring Uranus. Pluto, therefore, will be ruling this eclipse and has set a few things in motion as the moon entered Scorpio. Here's just a few of the headlines. Was the machete supplied by William Hague? Man lucky enough to be alive after Washington Bridge collapses? Why is AT&T milking subscribers for an extra $500 million? Because they can. Wells Fargo forecloses on homeowner for making mortgage payments. Holder okayed search warrant for Fox News reporters' private emails. The government wants a backdoor into your online communications. Bob Woodward. Obama administration didn't tell the truth on Benghazi. Where are the mirrors? Where in your life are you experiencing these same headlines?
Then there is what could only be a bizarre coincidence or something else.
We've got sinkholes, friends. Sinkholes right here in River City. Everyone around us has them. Can you change it with Uranian power? A steady increase of holes, bridges collapsing, people on the abyss, sociopaths, psychopaths, totalitarians, rapists, and thieves. Oh my God. Radiation leaks, earthquakes, oil spills. Hey, I'm not just worried about the price of gas. I'm worried about the price of living on the planet. And this stuff is peaking right now, bubbling up like crud. It's time to take the fat off the broth, my grandma used to say. Shake the corn and pollinate the silk. So, as this aspect is to stick around for quite a while, should we just sit back and see how bad it's really going to get, enjoying the show? Or should we take action on what we can do and let the chips fall where they may? Because wherever they are in your chart, that's where the shit hits the fan. You can either get rid of what is no longer needed, renovate, or try to fix things, only to refix them again, or be patient long enough to let the storm pass. What about that nagging bill collector chasing an old ghost? Does he really have authority to take your money, or are you being manipulated? Maybe you should change your number. Just as we're watching our global infrastructure crumble around us, each of us have a G spot where Pluto targets us and hits our infrastructure. Where is it for you? Is it in your heart, mind, or soul? Is it your home, relationships, or identity? As much as you'd like to look at that generic newspaper reading today strictly for entertainment, and I mean real entertainment, what we all need to be looking at is the big picture that Pluto and Uranus are forcing us to do. It's time to take action and plant the seeds for the future, for we shall end up on a broken bridge or a sinkhole if we continue lying to ourselves and allowing others to take our power. Here's also where I submit a shameless plug and tell you I can help you with this for only, would you believe, $10. I'm working cheap because I know there's more of you out there that can't afford another sweatshop psychic taking your minutes from you. Email me at astaradio@live.com for more details. That's ASTARADIO at live.com. Now, on with the rest of the story. Here's what's happening even as we speak. There is at this time a generational code of the politically corrupt power, corruption at the core, from your thinking to your banks to war and government invasions versus freedom to act, think, and be a human being. Personal freedom and constitutional rights, humanitarianism, and revolutions. Everyone doing their own thing. Some of us changers and patriots, some of us anarchists and rebels, not only in the general arena of the people, but the halls of governments and justice and dictatorships. Some not so radical, but just insane. We've seen these two planets actually conspire here every time we've had a revolution. We're going all the way back, way before the days of Marie Antoinette. Globally skirting these two energies is impossible. One, Pluto, conspires the practice of renovation, tearing down old structures, while the other, Uranus, insists society wake up not only from the routines that no longer serve us, but what will certainly invite chaos if we do not listen to the inner call that the routine we serve is not our master, that we are the master of our routine. As an astrologer, I want to help, and I'll be blunt honest. There isn't a sun sign out there that isn't getting sucked into this tunnel somewhere in their life. So beware of the so-called, quote-unquote, gifted psychics out there who claim better days ahead. It won't start by well-wishing friends. It's going to take a major action against the status quo, a great bowel movement, if you will, in the consciousness of society to move through this tower of Babel and propaganda served daily on the bullshit tube. You need to have those Uranus X-ray vision eyes to sift through the malarkey and shifting sand to understand that those you have fervently stood by and trusted are in fact guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of conspiracies to incite and provoke. I can promise you this, your life will turn around wherever these two planets fall in your chart as they square each other out, and particularly on this full moon, you'll feel like it's on a revolving stage, and as soon as you think you've got your ducks in order, something else either takes you from it, changes it completely, or appears almost as if circumstances are suspiciously trying to make you quit, or maybe work against you. Fixed signs, or those fixed emphasis, those are with their emphasis on Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, will feel blocked and locked. Cardinal immutable signs will either keep starting over or keep veering off course on detours and spinning in circles. It's just like a tornado, folks, only a little bit more internalized. With Pluto and Uranus, you will need to reinvent your own wheel, either in the house of money, relationships, identity, or security. Is someone stealing your identity, money, relationship, or security? Time to change the way you react to those areas of life that affected you. You want the truth. You want what's buried out in the open. Kick the trash to the curb, so wake the fuck up. Wherever Uranus rules, you'll want freedom, independence. So don't bank on working for a boss if it's an area of money, because you'll set yourself up unconsciously to be fired. You know why? Because you want to work for yourself. Don't expect that newfound relationship to hold like glue either. You know why? The first time you want intimacy, or they want theirs, somebody's going to say keep your distance. In an area of learning, well, you know how it goes. You're going to change your mind. You're going to change your beliefs, and maybe reinvent or invent something totally radical. And I don't know what's going on with you people who are taking those SSRIs, but there is something wrong going on there. That's where we get the radical. That's where we get the anarchist. Damn it, it's not going to turn around on an individual scale until the world scale sets itself in order. Pluto and Uranus, above all, are two of the most powerful energies that rule generational orchestration. With Pluto, we know that if we fight change, we will certainly invite destruction. Pluto is all about letting go. You feel it? Particularly of those dead horses we beat day in and day out. It's also what keeps beating us over the head every day and trying to convince us what's true, and we know damn well it's not. It's also about rape, sex, terrorism, and power. So again, careful in those areas that I spoke of. The old establishments are dying, folks. Time for getting rid of the dead wood. It's about money, the old forms of money, the banking systems, your partner's money, assets and inheritances, taxes. It's time for a divorce. I've had it. Wherever Pluto is and the moon, well, they're going to highlight that for you tonight. Beware, though. Head-on confrontations with these two energies is ill-advised. Don't go looking for a fight. Compromise the best you can without forcing the issue. But don't sell your panties. Don't sell yourself short either. As above, so below. We should also compromise globally. That's a big if only as we battle this Gotham City philosophy of terrorism and underworld corruption. Compromise is the name of the game, not only from a global perspective, but in the areas of life these two energies happen to be for you. Meeting or challenging the issues these two energies is a dangerous collision course. I repeat, a dangerous collision course. Pluto also rules underworld corruption, atomic power. Again, did I say rape? It goes on and on. It will keep sticking it to you over and over and over until you get to the truth, until you dig up the garbage and you point it out for yourself. Face the facts. Don't keep walking along like you just bit into some pomegranate. So again, wherever you see this in your chart, you feel you've lost your virginity somewhere. Now, where did I put that? Oh, and you might not remember where you put it or found it, and you may never find it again. Pluto has a motive and Uranus is preemptive, so it isn't unreasonable to assume that under the square aspect of these two, that war will interfere in your life in some way. You may be affected by gas prices, affected by others by losing people to the war. Pluto also rules tornadoes and earthquakes and anything in the underworld. So under this aspect, you might find the ground being pulled out beneath you. Is there a sinkhole in your life right now? I know it's in there somewhere. Pluto and Uranus are both fixed energies that are on a collision course should we as a society allow absolute power to rule absolutely. These energies require you to step outside the box, not head on, again, as I said before. So before anyone can get their Plutonian shit together, they will have to share the planet and its resources, allowing everyone their fair share. It's not going to happen overnight, but it will happen when the crooks stop making the laws they themselves don't obey. So as much much as you'd like to look at that generic newspaper reading today, this is the big picture you need to be watching. I'd also like to submit one more shameless plug and tell you I can help you with this. I can tell you what's happening and help you in your world for $10. Just $10. I'm working cheap because you're incredibly worth it. Email me at astaradiolive.com. ASTARADIO. That's astaradio@live.com.